Good afternoon and welcome to the Idaho Business Review's 21st Annual Accomplished Under 40 Awards Program. My name is Cindy Suffa. I'm the publisher for the Idaho Business Review, and I'm delighted to be your host this afternoon along with editor Kim Burgess, who will be joining us shortly. We have an exciting program to share, and we are glad you are here with us at Boise Center's virtual event studio. Although the original plan was to recognize these amazing honorees together in person, we can still engage and celebrate in this live stream interactive virtual event. You have an important role this afternoon. We are asking you to engage on social media using the hashtags IBR events. As you post, many of your comments and some of your photos will appear live on screen in the live stream. Winners can share their awards, guests can give shout-outs to the honorees, and everyone can share comments and photos of your celebration at home, in your office, or wherever you might be. We can create a similar, energetic vibe, just as if we were here together at Boise Center. So post often, and cheer on your favorite honoree. Due to the pandemic, it's unclear when we will be able to come together again to network and celebrate. But one thing is clear. Now more than ever, there is a need to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of these incredible individuals. The Idaho Business Review has been providing business news and recognizing outstanding leadership for over 35 years. In that time, we have remained on point with our mission by providing essential information to our readers, keeping them informed and connected. Our foundation is built on innovation, and pivoting our live events to virtual this year is exemplary of this. Thank you for taking the time to support the honorees and for embracing a new type of event that allows us to come together in a safe way. And don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss a special message to the honorees from a surprise celebrity later in the program. Before we get to the awards portion of the program, I want to recognize our sponsors. The sponsors of this program identify with the importance of honoring the accomplishments of the young leaders in Idaho. And this program would not be possible without their support. Let's take a moment and thank them. Our presenting sponsor is University of Idaho. Our virtual event venue sponsor is Boise Center. Boise Center has provided us with a virtual event studio for today's program. The event team has been amazing to work with, and I want to thank them for their efforts. And a shout out to our virtual celebration sponsors, Holly Troxel, Holland and Hart, Idaho National Laboratory, Idaho Power, Key Bank, Red Aspen, St. Alphonsus Health System, Summit Solutions, and Zion's Bank. Thank you all for your support. The University of Idaho has been the presenting sponsor of this program for many years. Here to represent the university is Chandra Zenner-Ford. Chandra is the U of I Boise CEO, where she works in cooperation with senior leadership and develops partnerships that serve U of I's land-grant statewide mission. Ford is also serving as the Senior Associate leading strategic initiatives for U of I President Scott Green. A U of I alumna, Ford holds a master's degree in adult education and a bachelor's degree in organizational communications. Ford worked for the U of I for over 25 years and has a range of involvement within the Idaho community. She's a current member of the board of directors of the Learning Lab, served 9 years on the Boise Schools Education Foundation, and is a 2011 Twin honoree. Ford is a third-generation Idahoan who loves to spend time in McCall at the Zenner family cabin, playing tennis, and promote the University of Idaho's value to all of Idaho. Chandra is here to say a few words after this short clip.
Ah, a breakthrough. Is it a moment? Is it a series of moments? Is it a blip? An all-nighter? A semester from hell? Maybe a breakthrough is a breakup, a breakout. Who knows? But in the unexpected town of Moscow, Idaho, it could be all of those. It could be more than those. It could be studying saltwater fish farming 500 miles away from an ocean, or fearlessly fighting cybercrime. You could have a breakthrough while virtually mapping a breakthrough video game. Whoa, a double breakthrough. Maybe it's found in school pride. Maybe you find it in a pivot or a fulcrum. What's a fulcrum? Maybe it's in the dirt. No, the sky. No, the stars. So start up. Start over. Try, fail, repeat, breakthrough. Nobody knows when yours will happen or what it'll be. But at the University of Idaho, discovering it is just a matter of time.
Thank you, Cindy, for that great introduction. As she said, I just started my position here on July 1st at the Idaho Water Center. And I've been with the university a long time, took a break and worked for Mayor Reeder, but now I'm back and starting my 27th year with the University of Idaho, and very proud to be here. So thank you for the introduction. But before I move along, I'd like to thank everyone for having us and welcome us as a sponsor over the past 4 years. We've really enjoyed being a part of the 40 Under 40 celebration and Idaho Business Review promotion of some of the state of Idaho's best and brightest young talent. So I'm very happy to be here. I definitely want to congratulate the Vandals in the room and give a special shout out to you. Amanda Moore, Anthony Shalit, Diana DeJesus, Lauren Hampleton, Matthew Harvey, Stephen Parrott, and Sidney Freeman Jr. Congratulations, and congratulations to everyone. This is really a special day for me because many, many years ago when I was under 40, I was lucky enough to receive one of these honors. And that was in 2001, another very hard year for our history books, just like this year is with the pandemic. And this country got through that, and we'll get through this. So in many ways, you're going to remember the war because it was during the pandemic and you had to do it over Zoom. So I guess that's a good thing because I still have very strong memories of my time being honored with this. Seems like a long time ago, and I think that's because it was. So I would like to take this time to brag a little bit about the University of Idaho during normal times. But first, I'm going to say a little bit about what's happening during the pandemic, just to make a note and all commiserate with the challenges we're dealing with during these times. As many of you read in the news, we are doing everything we can to keep that residential campus experience alive and well at the University of Idaho. We spent the whole summer working very hard. We opened our own lab to do testing. We're doing testing on demand. By the time you see me talking today, we'll have tested literally thousands of people. And we're doing that to keep the campus safe because it will help us test, isolate the positives, put them in our isolation dorms so they can recover from COVID and we can keep them from infecting anyone else. We also put, plexiglass all over campus, Zoom enabled all of our classrooms, which is what a lot of universities of higher ed are doing. We're not so special on that. It's just that we have our own testing lab, and I think that's what's giving us a little bit of an edge. So I hope by the time you read this, the 18 to 21-year-olds are hanging on and being responsible, and we're still open. So that's my brag point about the pandemic, which has been a very challenging time, and I really look forward to the day when I don't have to talk about that anymore. But University of Idaho during normal times does many great things for this state. If you didn't already know, we are a top 6% public institution of higher education, according to U.S. News and World Report. 72% of our students are from Idaho. Up to 2/3 have a chance to participate in hands-on research, which is very unique for institutions of higher ed like us. We give away $25 million in scholarships and awards every year, which really helps us with that accessibility mission of the University of Idaho, making sure that those who want to attend, that they can afford it and finish school. Beyond the Moscow borders, we have a project in Jerome in the Magic Valley that you may have read about. It's called CAFE, Center for the agriculture, food, and the environment. And it is going to be a transformational research opportunity really for the world. It'll be the biggest research dairy in the world, and it will include studies from soil to sky, from how dairy influences the soil, how it influences the air, how it influences the entire environment around it. In the meantime, the cattle will be using the milk that we produce there to make products that we eat in grocery stores, and we're doing research on that. And the College of Engineering will do research on how they can build machinery that can, the robotics in the system of a dairy. So it's going to be really every aspect of the dairy. And I don't know if all of you knew this, but we're the #3 leading dairy producer in the nation right now, which I didn't realize Idaho was that until I came back to the University of Idaho. Then we also have our extension service, which really impacts the whole state. 42 of the 44 counties have extension offices, but we really serve every single county in the state. From everything for our farmers and doing research for their crops, but also programs for young children, STEM type programs. During the summer, we offer all kinds of programs for young people in the tiniest of towns across the state. So we really do serve everybody in the state. And I could spend hours talking about what our extension service does. And then here behind me, you see the Water Center, which is where my office is now. And housed in the Water Center, we have the Center for Ecohydraulics Research. And that's really tied into our specialty research in water and sustainability. And they have attracted some amazing grants here. And we have amazing research facilities here with our flume and how we do research on rivers and the equipment that we have here. Some of you have probably been inside to see it. Our WAMI program was here, which is the Idaho's Medical School, a partnership with Washington, Alaska, Montana, and Idaho. Our students go to school here and then plug into the University of Washington Medical School. Art and Architecture has a 2+2 program where you start your first 2 years here and then go to Moscow after that. But it's also in partnership with our Integrated Design Lab, which is an experiential program that works with urban cities on how they design cities and make them more manageable and sustainable. I love that program and love the students that are in the building. They're a lot of fun. So then last but not least, I really want to brag about the opportunity the University of Idaho has had this summer. We've had to scramble to do it because it happened at the last minute, but Concordia Law School unfortunately had to close their doors. And we welcomed over, I think it's around 110 of their students with open arms and have immersed them into the College of Law. And as a real result of it, we've had to open up our classrooms here. Most of you know the law school is mostly based in the old courthouse over by the State House, but now we have 2 locations down here and a lot of law students. But, you know, in closing, I want to again congratulate you on behalf of President Scott Green. I'm very proud to be working with him, and I think many of you know he is a graduate of the University of Idaho. He graduated in the 80s from U of I and then went to the East Coast and made his mark doing many amazing things, just like you are doing right now in your professional careers. And he has chosen to come back and give back to the state of Idaho. And on his behalf, I'd like to congratulate you as well. He wishes he could be here to say hello and hi, but his schedule is pretty busy, just making sure those 18 to 21-year-olds are following the rules on campus. But congratulations to all of you. We are super proud to be here. And as part of Scott Green's, call out to tell our story, we offered up, as part of our sponsorship of this program, to tell the story of some nonprofits in this state. And in that partnership, we have put together some collateral for the Idaho Food Bank, the Idaho Humane Society, and the Idaho Conservation League. We're super proud to partner with them and very proud of the story they have to tell as nonprofits. So keep up the faith, go Vandals, and remember to give back to your community and to your favorite nonprofit as you go forth in your career.
Here at the Food Bank, our mission is primarily focused on providing food, education, advocacy for all of those who are food insecure throughout our state. So the Idaho Food Bank serves families and individuals across the state as they experience hunger. So this is definitely a collaborative effort. We work to secure food and funding, and that's primarily through donations. Food will make its way to people who are receiving it, either through one of our 400 local agency partners, which would be pantries, schools, churches, or we'll do that through Idaho Food Bank programs, such as our mobile pantry distribution, in which we deliver and distribute fresh and nutritious food to rural communities and food deserts. Funds and volunteers really assure that our neighbors have the food that they need to care both for themselves and for their loved ones. So we're counting on the generosity of Idahoans to provide that access to nutritious food. Every dollar that's given can help us provide the food for 5 meals. You know, this pandemic has really brought to light how important those individual selfless acts can be and how big of a difference they can make on the community as a whole. Whatever social media your platform you're on, or maybe just individuals within your network, just continuing to have the conversation that hunger is real in Idaho and that it is a solvable issue. It's something that we can all work together to overcome.
Thank you, Chandra. Supporting the nonprofits has never been more important than this year, and your contributions do not go unnoticed. Thank you, U of I, for your commitment to supporting this program, and thank you to all of our sponsors. I invite you to give a shout out to our sponsors by posting to #IBR events. Let's keep those social posts rolling. Now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce and welcome Idaho Business Review editor Kim Burgess to tell you how the Accomplished Under 40 honorees were selected, and then we will be moving into the awards portion of the program. Welcome, Kim.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is enjoying the program so far. I must say, in my opinion, this is one of the most fun events we have all year. Accomplished Under 40 celebrates young professionals from across industries and around Idaho. They're young, scrappy, and hungry, taking their shots and changing our state for the better. Tonight, we honor young professionals who have made their mark in law, finance, nonprofits, higher education, and more. We're very proud to honor them. So let's get started. It's now time to meet the Idaho Business Review selections for the 2020 Accomplished Under 40 Awards. Our winners have received these awards for their outstanding achievement. Show packages were delivered to our honorees in the last few days. Though the coronavirus is preventing us from celebrating in person and enjoying the traditional awards acceptance speeches, we will still be hearing from each honoree today, thanks to video interviews. Our production company connected with each of them over the past few weeks and asked them to answer questions that I think you will find illuminating and inspiring. So let's meet our first Accomplished Under 40 honorees.
If you spend even a little time with Lindsay Bowser, you'll learn 2 things very quickly. First, she loves Third Eye Blind and can't wait till they go on tour again. And second, she loves Downtown Meridian. The partner and director of web strategy for Tribute Media is also president of the Meridian Downtown Business Association. She hopes every company knows the value of online marketing.
Some of the best career advice or, guidance I received was just to really work hard. Everybody is always kind of figuring new things out every day. Everything changes constantly. Nobody knows it all. So, just keep working hard, and every single day, every single mistake or, misstep is just something you've learned. It just makes you that much better.
Mother of a teenage son, Lindsay participates in a writing group that she calls super cool and not at all nerdy. Congratulations, Lindsay Bowser.
Say yes to every opportunity, even if it scares you. That sums up the career journey of Madeline Bumstead. Native of upstate New York, she moved to Idaho for her husband's job and saw the opportunity of a lifetime at Southern Idaho Economic Development.
It was a job that I thought that I had no chance that I would get. And then I applied for it and got it, and it's been an amazing job to have. I've learned so much in the world of marketing, able to do everything from web design to graphic design to social media to traditional PR still, and it's been such a huge learning experience, and I really love this job in particular because I get to promote this region. Because from Southern Idaho, it's such a beautiful place to live and such a great place to be, and I just love being able to promote it.
Madeline says the best career advice she ever received is just go for it. Even if you don't feel like the smartest person in the room, you still have the ability to learn. Congratulations, Madeline Bumstead.
Jillian Kairos is dedicated to making the world better for the next generation. In-house counsel for Avista Utilities and mother of 2 young boys, Jillian wants to earn her MBA, which she says will be a perfect complement to her law degree.
What I love most about practicing law is that I am always learning. I think a good lawyer knows that they will never know it all. It is constantly changing, and you get to become a miniature expert in a bunch of different areas, and I love to learn.
A former president of the Idaho State Bar First District Bar Association, she is also a member of the Coeur d'Alene Rotary Endowment Foundation. Jillian is also a committed athlete who has completed 2 full Ironman triathlons and more than a dozen marathons. Congratulations, Jillian Kairos.
While COVID-19 has impacted all of us, healthcare workers have been particularly hard hit. As health program manager of Idaho's Comprehensive Cancer Control Program, Charlene Cario had to quickly find ways to keep the program running to help the community.
It's also been a really fun opportunity for me to flex my leadership skills. So when your world is turned upside down and you're sent home from your usual workspace in a day, it's really allowed me, I feel, to be able to demonstrate what leadership is to me. And it's communication and optimism and a plan and ability to be flexible and adaptable. And hopefully if you ask my team and my coworkers, they would say I did it all very well, even though sometimes I didn't feel like it.
Charlene hopes to pursue her doctorate in the next few years. A self-described nerd who loves to read journal articles, she's also a huge fan of juicy reality TV. Congratulations, Charlene Cario.
Marie Castelli has worked in healthcare ever since she was a hospital volunteer in high school, but it wasn't until she experienced a health issue of her own that she realized how broken the system is. Now, as Vice President of Clinical Solutions at Press Ganey Associates, Marie helps healthcare facilities provide improved care at lower costs. This is critically important during the pandemic.
Many of our clients are really enabling command centers for the first time. They're changing their leadership structure and how they communicate with their teams and with their front lines, which is actually a great thing. There are many things that have happened in our industry in the last 5 or 6 months that we've been waiting a long time to see these kinds of changes occur, and now they're under pressure. You know, we're seeing more access for patients, so it's easier to get a telehealth visit than it ever was, which is important for people in Idaho who might otherwise have to drive really far to get healthcare.
A graduate of Vassar and Harvard, Marie and her husband worked in Washington, D.C. for 10 years before moving to Idaho. They are expecting their 3rd child soon. Congratulations, Marie Castelli.
Now let's meet our next 5 accomplished under 40 honorees.
When Christina Cernansky first came to Idaho for vacation, she didn't realize she would find her calling. Burned out from a fast-paced career as a Washington lobbyist and shaken by the suicide of her best friend, Christina was introduced to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Now she's using her marketing skills to help educate Idahoans.
It is my goal to be able to spread awareness and reduce stigma and shame associated with mental health challenges. For far too long, there has been such a stigma associated with getting a diagnosis, asking for help, or also talking about these things in the workplace. So professionally, it has been my goal to be able to provide HR presentations to employers in the Wood River Valley and also in the state of Idaho. So employers and coworkers and supervisors and colleagues can know the signs of mental distress. And so we know how to help others that are in that space so that they also know that it's safe to talk about challenges they're going through in order to get help.
A native of Florida who once studied marine biology, Christina has said goodbye to deep-sea fishing and hello to mountain climbing and lake swimming. Congratulations, Christina Cernansky.
Peaches Chilanga exudes positive energy. The Senior Vice President of Strategic Initiatives Manager at Zions Bank not only develops talent at the bank, but she also shares her passions with a variety of organizations, including the Boise Philharmonic, Idaho Women in Leadership, and United Way.
Love the culture that we've established really in our bank as a whole and in our division, and getting to work with and develop such awesome teammates and a great leadership team to be kind of mentored and developed under as well. I have made up my future position. I'd love to be a Chief People and Culture Officer, which doesn't exist today, but I think would be a very strong value add, and have ensured that I'm kind of pursuing objectives on my development plan, if you will, to pursue that in the long term. But to be able to work with people and serve them in any way I can is my hope.
A student of diversity, equity, and inclusion, Peaches was raised in a multicultural home and describes herself as Native Mex Amero-White. While at Zions, she completed her MBA at Boise State University. Congratulations, Peaches Chilanga.
Adam Christensen has one goal: to be the best attorney he can for his clients. A partner at Hawley Troxell, the Boise native focuses his practice on municipal finance and banking.
What I like most about my job is just the challenge of it. What I do is sort of off the beaten path in the legal field. It's something that has a lot of complexity to it. You rarely get two deals that are the same. And so it really, each time you go to work, you don't know exactly what's waiting for you. And there's a certain challenge in that and intellectual curiosity that I really enjoy.
The father of 2 young children, Adam says the best advice he ever received is know when to shut up. Congratulations, Adam Christensen.
10 years ago, when Michelle Crane was an intern at Idaho National Laboratory, she set an ambitious goal: become a project manager in 5 years. Smart and driven, she reached that goal in 4 years. The Idaho Falls resident says having a 5-year plan is part of her success, and it's the advice she shares with her team.
I have been very fortunate to have many mentors throughout my career that have given me a lot of advice, sharing their personal stories, both professionally and personally, on how they were able to balance their work life and their professional life, and just sharing those experiences and making sure that I listen to the direction that they want to go with their career, and then help them navigate through our system to make sure that they have the opportunities that they need.
The ultimate team player, Michelle has influenced the lives of hundreds of Idaho children through her coaching of youth soccer and ice hockey. A leader at work and in the community, Michelle says her only regret is that she is not a morning person. Congratulations, Michelle Crane.
Most people don't want to try to put themselves out of a job, but that's exactly what Tracy Darling DeMarcus is trying to do as Prevention Program Manager for Women's and Children's Alliance. Putting an end to gender-based violence is her ultimate goal, but until then, she is motivated by the strength of the people she meets.
Being able to work with these amazing people who have experienced some of the worst things that humanity has to offer, and seeing their resilience and hope and them being able to move forward with their lives and creating a better future for themselves and their families and our world is a really, really amazing thing to be able to witness.
It's Tracy's hope that she can engage with every school and every youth organization in the Treasure Valley to reach every child and family that needs it. Born in Minnesota and raised in South Dakota, Tracy and her husband moved to Boise 3 years ago and love it. Congratulations, Tracy Darling DeMarcus.
The Idaho Conservation League is a statewide nonprofit conservation organization, and we work to protect the air you breathe, the water you drink, the land you love, all across the great state of Idaho. We work in communities with our supporters to protect the land around their communities, to make their homes, the communities, more livable, and protect wildlife, clean air, clean water. So getting people involved in this work is absolutely critical. Our organization is statewide. We have about 24 members out of 4 offices, and that's just not enough people to really do this job statewide. So we rely on the help of our supporters and volunteers all across the state to get this work done. The story of the Idaho Conservation League is protecting the things that you love about Idaho. So when you take your family out backpacking or camping or just down to the local hiking trail for a day hike, that is you sharing your love of this great state with your family and friends. Post those pictures on your Facebook page right now in this time of social distancing. Tell your friends about all the incredible things that make Idaho a fabulous place to visit or to live, to work and to play. Our outdoors, our public lands, our wildlife, our clean water. Those are the things that make Idaho's outdoors special. And just sharing your love for that with other people in the community so that they can value it too, and then they'll work to protect it like you do.
What an inspiring organization that is doing so much to protect Idaho's beauty. Now, I'd like to welcome back Cindy Suffa to introduce our next group of honorees.
Thank you, Kim, and props to all of you for posting on social media with hashtag IBR events. The bottom of the screen is full of what is the new normal for virtual celebrations. Keep them coming. Our next 5 honorees are outstanding young professionals who offered the advice to show up. Let's take a look.
The daughter of 2 educators, Diana DeJesus always wanted to be in higher education. She earned her JD degree at University of Maine Law School, and today she is the Associate Director of Admissions at University of Idaho College of Law. Diana typically travels a lot for her job, but she loves exploring Boise and encouraging others to do the same.
I created an Instagram brand. Now it's a brand. It's called Boise Bucket List. And it allows me to explore Boise and share it with the community that also wants to explore their own backyard. So I've always done that. And then I'm able to share it with people who are interested. And it's become something larger than I would have anticipated these past 4 years of starting it.
Boise Bucket List has more than 40,000 Instagram followers. Diana also launched an informal networking mixer for women called Network and Chill to connect students, graduates, and entrepreneurs. Congratulations, Diana DeJesus.
As a Latina growing up in Idaho, Rebecca De Leon didn't see much opportunity. As an adult, she's working to change that. She's spent the last 10 years lifting up the Hispanic community through journalism, podcasting, nonprofit marketing, and grassroots volunteering.
I strongly believe that once you are able to climb the ladder, you do need to turn around and pull somebody up behind you and have them pull somebody up behind them. And so in the instances where I have been able to mentor somebody, it has been a beautiful experience to be able to watch somebody grow into the best person that they can be. And the best advice that I give to them is to, it sounds kind of corny, but stick to who you are, stick to your values, and you'll be doing just fine.
A wife and mother of a 2-year-old, Rebecca says she wants to continue to learn and grow. She would like to pursue a law degree and even run for public office someday. Congratulations, Rebecca De Leon.
Boise native Joe Eck thought he wanted to be a doctor, but after one marketing class in college, he fell in love with the psychology and communication aspects of marketing. Today, he's senior marketing manager at Cooper Banking, an app that teaches financial literacy to teens.
I actually run the Copper intern program, and we deal with a teen advisory board that advises both on the product as well as kind of their financial habits. And my biggest advice to them is they often, there's the habit to compare themselves to the millionaires of the world. And oftentimes that almost seems a little too daunting. And so I almost just challenge them to challenge themselves and be better the next day, both financially as well as like professionally. A lot of these kids that are on our intern roster are pretty successful, and they want to do big things, and that's why they're interning at 13, 14 years old.
Joe's advice to those kids is to be the hardest worker in the room. A college lacrosse player, Joe crisscrossed the country pursuing his marketing career. He's thrilled to be back home in Boise. Congratulations, Joe Eck.
What do you get when you combine work in higher education with experience helping refugees for a nonprofit? If you are Megan Egbert, you get a rewarding career as a program manager for Meridian Library District. COVID-19 has forced Megan to come up with new ways to serve the community.
We are offering virtual reference through our online chat service. We provide that for 11 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have created virtual programs. We have created a home delivery system, so you don't even have to come into the library to get your items. We will drop them off right outside your door. So it's hard to say that it's been good for anyone, but I will say that I think it's really helped us reimagine our services and think through what our ultimate goals are. And so, like everyone, we're doing the best that we can, and I'm pretty proud of the work that Meridian Library has done.
The mother of 3 children, Megan says some of her most important life lessons were learned when she taught in Kenya when she was 25. Congratulations, Megan Egbert.
Since high school, Luke Einerson knew he wanted to be a marriage and family therapist. Finding his passion was the easy part, but it took him 4 graduate programs and a career in the private sector before he was able to open Integrated Counseling and Wellness.
So I love what I do. I have a passion for it. Part of that's probably just from seeing the benefit that it has in people's lives prior to becoming a professional. And I love families and helping communities, and so it just kind of all fits together and allows me to use my skill set and feel good about what I do. It's one of the things that I'm really gaining a passion for, is helping other clinic owners and healthcare systems to be able to accomplish some of the things that we have and just share that knowledge.
In 5 years, Luke would like to be helping at least 1,000 families or individuals a week while providing his employees and clinicians a happy, sustainable career. Congratulations, Luke Einerson.
We trust you are enjoying the Accomplished Under 40 celebration, and you will want to hang around for a heartfelt message to this year's honorees from a celebrity you all know so well. Now, let's meet our next group of movers and shakers who believe you never stop learning.
Michigan native Brady Ellis grew up helping his father do odd jobs for his property management company. So when Brady and his wife moved to Idaho 14 years ago, working at the Idaho Housing and Finance Association was the perfect opportunity. Now as Vice President of Housing Support Programs, Brady says their work has never been more critical.
COVID-19 has impacted my work tremendously. I don't believe I've ever been so busy in what I do, but I am grateful to be in the industry that I am. I work in affordable housing, and it's certainly a great need right now during the COVID pandemic. And so we have a variety of programs and resources that we've been able to receive and deploy, and it's helped just an extreme amount of individuals and people. I would say my 5-year plan in my career is just to continue to find projects that I can work on and that I can influence and bring about and develop to bring additional housing opportunity to those that need it. So that's really my goal in my profession, and I love doing it.
Brady's 2 passions in life are his family and soccer. Luckily, he gets to coach his 3 children's teams. Congratulations, Brady Ellis.
The best advice Casey Emery ever received is to never stop learning. She's taken that to heart throughout her career journey in television broadcasting, video production, project management, government, and now as Director of Marketing and Public Relations at West Valley Medical Center.
I think everything has really helped lead to where I am today, and all of it helps me. And I also think it's just this year too, 2020, I think will help all of us professionally, because it's really making us apply our skills in different ways and think outside the box. And really, when it comes to wanting to always learn, that's something we've all had to do this year.
A certified drone pilot, this mother of three volunteers her skills to support many community organizations, including the Pulmonary Fibrosis Foundation, Canyon County Festival of Trees, and To See Kids Succeed. Congratulations, Casey Emery.
Education is everything to Sidney Freeman Jr. He is the first African-American assistant professor at University of Idaho and the only African-American tenured professor on campus. Born in New Jersey and earning his master's and doctorate at Auburn University, he and his wife moved to Idaho for an amazing opportunity in the Department of Leadership and Counseling.
What I love most about the University of Idaho is its students. We have bright students that are doing incredible things, and to be a part of shaping and molding the minds of the next generation is an awesome opportunity. I feel that it's my responsibility, given the privilege that I have, to speak out on issues of injustice, whether it is within higher education or in the broader society.
A well-published author on the topic of higher education leadership, Sidney is a founder and editor-in-chief of the Journal for the Study of Post-Secondary and Tertiary Education. He serves on the board of the United Way of Moscow-Lada County and is vice president of education for the Hog Heaven Toastmasters Club. Congratulations, Sidney Freeman Jr.
After 16 years in banking, most recently as president of First Interstate Bank, Matt Fry has taken the leap into entrepreneurship. His company, SightShield, is still in the startup phase, which he says has been especially challenging during a pandemic. Still, he encourages all entrepreneurs to follow their passion.
The advice I would give is, if you've got something that you want to pour your heart into, it's take the risk. If you have the ability and the want, the drive, take the risk and see if you can make a go of it. That's the beauty of America, for sure. In 5 years, I see myself running this company, acting as the CEO, co-founder, and being wildly successful. Hopefully working with, some other folks within the Valley and helping them grow their own startup. I'd love the opportunity to give back and help people get through this process.
An avid outdoorsman, Matt is also training to become a CrossFit Level 1 coach. His motto is use your body or lose it. Congratulations, Matt Fry.
Brittany Gardner lives 2 minutes from the sheep and alpaca farm where she grew up. That hard work and dedication defined her character, and that's what she brings every day to her role as a retail small business credit consultant at Wells Fargo. The Meridian resident says the past few months have required a whole new skill set.
Wells Fargo has been a huge advocate for its team members in this environment. But for me personally, I had to find a whole new inner strength to balance the responsibilities of trying to mom, teach, and work. And I think that throughout this, I've learned how to give myself grace and be forgiving, and that it's okay, that it's not going to go a certain way, to not have like a specific set of expectations because they never pan out the way you want it to.
Brittany is also chair of the Women's Team Member Network at Wells Fargo. The mother of 4 also chairs the West Ada Education Foundation, and she's a regular volunteer with Dress for Success and Girl Scouts of Silver Sage. Congratulations, Brittany Gardner.
The Idaho
Humane Society is one of the oldest nonprofits in the state of Idaho. We've been around quite a while, and thanks to that, we have had a lot of long-term support. And because of that, we have grown and we're able to make a large-scale difference. We have a public veterinary clinic, we have a shelter medical clinic, we adopt out animals, we have an animal control center where we have lost and found pets, we have pet food pantries where we help people with Meals on Wheels programs, and we give food to food banks. We have a number of programs, and we're just obviously so excited to be able to help in any way that we possibly can to the people in our state of Idaho. There's a number of ways you can help without actually having to live here in the Treasure Valley. One of those things you can do is send donations. We collect old newspapers, paper towels, towel products for washing, blankets. All of that really makes a difference to our homeless animals. But of course, donations are very helpful. We give about $1.7 million away alone with just shelter and public veterinary care that we never recoup. So that's where we help Idahoans get care for their pet where they have nowhere else to go. We are one of the only clinics where you can have a payment plan, a grant, or a low-income discount at our shelter. It's really easy to start sharing our mission and our stories. Social media is a great platform for that. And because of our pet food bank for people across Idaho, you can call around to people who are giving out food. Ask them if they have any pet food. If they don't have any pet food, we'd be happy to connect them with our shelter, and they can come and pick up pet food for free and then distribute it to their communities. It's a really great win-win program. And also sharing messaging on social media and just word of mouth. We really rely on people to help us share our mission, and we're so grateful for any support we receive.
That was great and very impressive. Now, let's welcome Kim back to the stage.
Thank you, Cindy. Now let's meet the next 5 inspiring Accomplished Under 40 honorees.
Boise-born Peter Guerrero can't wait to get back home. CEO of Emulate Natural Care, Peter is currently growing the business in Mexico, learning the language, and expanding the brand to spas and golf courses. His mother started the company, and Peter worked as a bottler and labeler while attending high school and college at Boise State.
I hope that the success that's coming and the momentum that we have going as a business is going to allow me to travel more. And I'm going to have some more responsibilities, also helping out the U.S. side of the business. So I'm going to be helping Emulate Natural Care as well in certain areas, with the golf as well, and the spas especially, which is what we specialize in Mexico. And so I'm going to help the U.S. side to grow in those areas. And so I'm looking forward to using that as an excuse to be back home a lot more often.
A huge basketball fan who actually played a little in college, Peter says he has become quite a fan of golf. Congratulations, Peter Guerrero.
Born in Boise, Lauren Hamilton's career has taken her to Los Angeles, Lake Tahoe, and Cleveland. Now she's thrilled to be back living and working in the hometown. As Associate Director of Student and Recent Graduate Programs for the Boise State University Alumni Association, Lauren works closely with students, mentoring them as they begin their career journeys.
I think that the number one thing that I tell them is to be flexible, be willing to do the unexpected. I didn't ever think that I would be back in Boise working for Boise State University, and to say yes to opportunities. I think that that's really important, to make sure that students aren't afraid to say yes to something that maybe wasn't on their predicted path, or what they thought that they were, going to do.
Lauren earned her degree in theater with an emphasis in costume design. While she occasionally does costumes in her spare time, most recently she has been using her sewing skills to make masks to help the community prevent the spread of COVID-19. Congratulations, Lauren Hamilton.
Matthew Harvey is a patent attorney for Holland and Hart. In his brief career as an electrical engineer, Matt worked on security systems for nuclear weapons. He chose the law because he wanted to be more involved in the business side of the tech industry. Now, Matt is growing and developing his team in Boise.
I'm actively mentoring them all the time. I think the main thing I try to instill in people is just to take feedback with an open mind. Because, I think in any career, especially one that's really intellectually involved, there's a steep learning curve. And so I think just, viewing feedback, from any source, whether it's internal or external from a client, for example, as, an opportunity for improvement.
Matt says the best advice he ever received is that no one will care more about your career than you do. Born in Boise, Matt worked in Seattle, Silicon Valley, Virginia, and Denver before moving back home. He and his wife have a 2-year-old son and a baby girl on the way. Congratulations, Matt Harvey.
Shannon Havens loves to use technology to solve problems. Now, as Senior Identity and Access Management Engineer at Idaho National Laboratory, Shannon manages a team of professionals who set out every day to create solutions that help people. A real people person, Shannon says social distancing because of the pandemic has required her to develop new leadership skills.
It's really taught me about being flexible and being versatile, because I've had to adapt the way that I interact with every person on my team and across the lab and outside of the lab even. So being able to learn how to have these interactions that feel good to me and get my message across to others in a way that's not what I'm used to has been a real growing experience.
A resident of Idaho Falls, Shannon is working toward her PhD. A real animal lover, she has several dogs and pet snakes and runs a nonprofit reptile rescue. Congratulations, Shannon Havens.
There is nothing traditional about Natalie Hodson's career path. The Meridian woman built a media company from her kitchen table. Newly single and wondering how to survive, the mother of 2 started a blog that grew into an e-book empire.
I'm the oldest of 10 kids, and they gave us a lot of amazing things, but money for college or school wasn't one of them. And so I've always had to be kind of scrappy. I've always had to figure things out, and that's one of my my mindset things is that everything's figure-outable. I've been able to build a multi-million-dollar company from home in the last couple of years, which is crazy because I was a history major in college. I never thought I'd be doing this, but it's been a really wonderful opportunity being able to help over 250,000 women go through our programs, and I'm super grateful for it.
While Natalie lives a pretty public life on social media, some people might be surprised to know that she loves to fish and she held 2 Idaho State fishing records. Congratulations, Natalie Hodson.
What an incredible group. We have 5 more Accomplished Under 40 honorees for you to meet.
Katie Peterson is Supervising Associate Attorney and Case Manager at Ludwig Shuffler Miller Johnson, a one-time contestant on Wheel of Fortune who did win a trip to Mexico in the bonus round. Katie says the key to her success in life and work is being flexible.
You can try to be proactive and plan ahead, anticipate what's going to come next, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to react and be flexible. And I think we have probably seen that in every profession across the board with coronavirus and what has occurred over the last handful of months. So it's certainly been a growing experience for myself, going to court via Zoom and meeting with clients via Zoom and even doing this interview via Zoom. But I think having that amount of flexibility really allows you to adapt and sort of cater to what might come next.
In addition to her family law practice, Katie is a group exercise instructor, and she and her husband are expecting their first child in a few months. Congratulations, Katie Peterson.
Growing up in rural Idaho has made Bryant Jones a true outdoorsman, but the Boise resident needed to travel the world in order to gain experience for his career. The director of Apex Leaders has lived in Chile, worked at the White House, and monitored an election in Mongolia. While he loves raising kids in the Treasure Valley, Bryant says there may be another move in his future.
In 5 years, I'll be the dad of 3 elementary school kids, so I imagine I'll be running around from one practice to another and hopefully getting really good at cooking quick dinners. But as professionally, and personally, I would maybe want to live abroad again with my kids this time at some point when they're younger, to show them the world and bring experiences that they just can't get in the United States or in Idaho.
Bryant and his wife are expecting their 3rd child any day now. He is a board member of the Idaho Committee to the U.S. Global Leadership Coalition, and he volunteers for the Idaho Clean Energy Association and the Idaho Boiler Room Chats. Congratulations, Bryant Jones.
What does Matthew Cusio love about his job? Constant creativity and problem solving. Matthew moved to Idaho 7 years ago to launch a new medical device distributorship with his father. Initially, that wasn't even on Matthew's radar, but he's learned to embrace the unexpected.
Part of my journey to Idaho, I think, was very unexpected. It went through Mongolia, it went through LA and New York, and I've never been happier. Being here, being close to family, and I initially think that some of those decisions to get me here weren't necessarily ones where you go, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You have a very clear trajectory from college to point A. So, do the things that are unexpected, and I think those experiences pay dividends more.
Matthew has fully embraced living in the Treasure Valley. He has started a charter school here that he'd like to grow into a network of schools. Congratulations, Matthew Cusio.
Imagine opening a business on the same day your wife goes into labor. Crazy, right? But for Dan Landucci, that's just another day in the restaurant business. The owner and founder of Paddles Up Poke, the East Boise resident has used his marketing degree from Boise State and his passion for food to create his award-winning restaurants.
We have 4 stores currently in downtown Boise, downtown Ketchum, Boise State, and we just opened our newest one in downtown Nampa. And we're hoping to do 50 stores in the next 5 years. The best advice I have as a restaurant owner is being able to pivot quickly, especially in times like this. You never really can plan even a week ahead. And so every day's different. We're constantly getting new rules and regulations, and plus just constantly adapting to competition and keeping ourselves in the news, keeping ourselves being talked about, learning new ways, and staying up with technology to stay ahead of the industry.
Dan is married to his high school sweetheart, and they have 3 sons. Named Entrepreneur of the Year by Boise Young Professionals, Dan has always dreamed of winning the Accomplished Under 40 award, especially since he used to nominate other people for the award when he worked at a law firm. Congratulations, Dan Landucci.
There's no problems that can't be solved. That's the advice that Megan McMartin remembers when this busy working mother is promoting the state's health exchange with a 2-year-old on her hip. Believing strongly in a culture of we, not me, Megan has a great support system at home and a wonderful team of professionals at work.
I've had some fantastic female leaders along the way in my career that have kind of helped shape who I am as a person, as a manager. So I really tried to emulate those styles and kind of bring my own flavor to it a little bit. My favorite part, I think, about working with my team is just how excited they are. They have such great ideas. It's just constant brainstorming, especially in this new world where everything's a little bit different. So the opportunity to just hear their creative ideas is really kind of helps me stay motivated.
Active in the community, Megan serves Boise Young Professionals, Women United, and Go Lead Idaho. A proud Vandal alum, she was actually born in northern Minnesota and has done her fair share of ice fishing. Megan even won a fishing competition when she was 7 years old. Congratulations, Megan McMartin.
Now I'd like to welcome back Cindy Suffa to introduce our final group of honorees.
Thank you, Kim. The stories of these honorees are inspiring for sure. And it warms my heart to be among so many who give back to their communities. The honorees we are about to introduce you to express their love for community through their work and volunteerism. Let's learn more.
When Amanda Moore and her partner started Red Aspen 3 years ago, they had a mission in mind: to help women stand up, stand out, and stand together. Their direct sales plan is working, and this year they are projected to make $20 million in revenue.
What I love most about my job is being able to try something new every day. I love a good challenge. I love being pushed outside of my comfort zone, and I love then defying those odds that I didn't think I could do. So that means that the first time ever, I got to learn how to run a warehouse. I got to learn how to pick, pack, and ship orders, and to drive a forklift, to drive a box truck, and make sure that we have all the millions of nails in the right spots, which was something I had never obviously done before.
Interestingly, Red Aspen has needed to hire additional reps throughout the pandemic because so many people only want to shop online. When she's not working, Amanda loves to go camping with her husband and 2 boys. Congratulations, Amanda Moore.
Northwest Farm Credit Services has been a home for Stephen Parrott since he graduated from college. He honed his leadership skills as University of Idaho student body president and still serves on the University Library's advisory board. A voting member of Idaho Food Producers, Stephen also chairs the Idaho FFA Foundation Board.
I actually grew up on a farm down in Buell, Idaho, down in south central Idaho. And so love agriculture, have a passion for it. Went and studied agribusiness at the University of Idaho in Moscow. And then right out of college, actually got a job with Farm Credit, working for them as an analyst and then moved into a relationship manager role. So loved it. It's a pleasure to work with our agriculture community.
The father of 2 young children, Stephen calls himself an adventure junkie who just wrapped up a 6-day, 850-mile ATV ride through central Idaho. Congratulations, Stephen Parrott.
Alexis Pickering didn't set out to be in public health. In fact, she didn't even know such a career existed. Growing up on the Nez Perce Reservation, sometimes without running water or electricity, Alexis studied English and political science before earning her master's degree in health science and health policy.
I've been so blessed and lucky to be able to work in local public health, and this is a dream job for me. I see myself building this collaborative that I'm leading, and really breaking down barriers and changing health outcomes in a really incredible way, and building that momentum and building that success so it can be, we can scale projects and ideas statewide, and really realized the power of collaboration and alignment of our resources.
Alexis says her success comes from a good attitude, asking lots of questions, and always showing up. When she's not working, Alexis loves spending time outdoors, playing with her husband, 2 dogs, or riding her horse. Congratulations, Alexis Pickering.
Megan Pashka likes to lead by example. After 16 years in customer service, Megan now manages 110 team members at Idaho Power, all of whom, she says, share her love for helping the customer.
And now I have the great and wonderful opportunity of working at Idaho Power, and this team and their passion for the customer is outstanding. And so it's a really fun team to lead. And now I have the great and wonderful opportunity of working at Idaho Power, and this team and their passion for the customer is outstanding. And so it's a really fun team to lead, and where I can continue to grow and work with what I love, which is our team members and our customers.
A Boise native and mother of a 2-year-old daughter, Megan volunteers her time and talent with the board of Ronald McDonald House Charities. A former collegiate swimmer and a marathon finisher, Megan also received the Idaho Business Review's Excellence in Finance Award in 2016. Congratulations, Megan Poshka.
Banking is the business of building relationships, and that's one of the things Scott Schlang loves most about his job at KeyBank. Making meaningful connections with the community allows Scott to help every business he touches as commercial banking leader Idaho.
Idaho has been a saving grace for me and my family. I feel like God smiled upon us when we were able to move here. We love the outdoorsiness. I love the openness of the community. I love how friendly people are. I love that it's a self-reliant community and people do lean in to help each other. It's very charitable, but everybody kind of works on their own accord and is expected to. And I think that's a really healthy way for a society to be run. So I really enjoy that.
The father of three wants to live a long life, so he enjoys all types of exercise. Scott has also published a book of poetry. Congratulations, Scott Schlang.
I am continually impressed by the talent we have in Idaho, especially among these accomplished individuals. In preparing for my remarks, I looked up synonyms for the word accomplished. And to my surprise, related words were polished, talented, savvy, practiced, sharp, with it, brainy, and my favorite, cool. These words really sum up the honorees we are recognizing this year. Keep up the great work. Now, let's introduce our final group of cool honorees.
Inspired by the John Grisham novels he read as a teen, Anthony Shallett always knew he wanted to be an attorney and advocate for people. He gained legal experience at the Department of Justice and also served as a legislative staffer for a United States congressman before joining Fisher Hudson Shallett.
My focus is corporate governance, startups, helping people kind of achieve their dreams and navigate the legal framework when they're trying to start a business. The best career advice I ever received was from my father, and he said, people care about two things. Someone who can get the job done and someone who's pleasant to be around.
An avid skier, Anthony is also a huge fan of 90s hip-hop and throwback rap. Congratulations, Anthony Shallett.
Mental health professional Laura Watson loves a good challenge. As clinical supervisor for the state of Idaho Department of Corrections, she oversees the biggest mental health unit in the state. The advent of COVID-19 changed almost everything for her team and their patients.
I think the thing I learned most about myself is I didn't think I could change entire mental health services for an entire population in the blink of an eye. You know, you kind of get used to the being in the rut of things and things are done the same way every time. But when you don't have a choice and you have to kind of just run with it, you learn that you're capable of doing things as a team, for sure as a team, that you didn't think that you were before.
Laura is always looking for new strategies to improve mental health services to her clients. She lives in Meridian with her husband, 2 children, and their dog. Congratulations, Laura Watson.
When Andrea Wecker graduated high school at age 16, her parents weren't ready to let her go to college, so her mom enrolled her in court reporting school. That ended up being the best move ever. Andrea now owns 2 companies that support the legal industry. Like many industries, the pandemic hit her hard.
Everything completely shut down for about a month and a half. And I had just opened a conference center at the end of last year. And so COVID is not ideal for someone who owns a conference center, but we really pivoted on our end and switched our marketing around and really just helped the clients through this with starting to do legal proceedings remotely and walk them through how to use Zoom, and that video conferencing is not scary and we can help you through that. And, we really wanted to serve the legal community the best way that we possibly could through COVID. And we've been very successful with that. And it's starting to come back, thank goodness.
Andrea mentors students through the Idaho Court Reporting Association. She enjoys kickboxing for exercise and stress relief. She also likes to spar occasionally, but is always careful not to injure her hands. Congratulations, Andrea Wecker.
Only a quarter of college graduates actually work in their field of study. Tiffany Whitmore is one of them. She took a course at St. Alphonsus Health System her sophomore year in college and continued there throughout her graduate degree. Now, as Vice President of Strategic Planning and Development, her work is more important than ever.
While I was leading our recovery team, really focused on how do we start bringing patients back into our facilities in a safe manner, and working with some of our clinical leadership on that. And now we're living in the duality of trying to ensure that people who have maybe postponed some of their health care due to the pandemic, making sure that we're trying to get those patients in our facilities for care that they really need to receive, while maintaining our COVID readiness and ensuring that we're caring for that population of patients as well.
A native Idahoan who grew up on her family farm, Tiffany loves to snowboard with her kids, and she recently learned to surf. Congratulations, Tiffany Whitmore.
Given the choice, William Young would be outside, hiking or skiing. And while the Boise native loves to experience the natural beauty of the Gem State, Will says its best asset is its people. And that's why he wants to be the best criminal defense attorney he can be.
I serve a community that is very much in need of my services. They're not having a good day, generally, when they talk to me. They're confused, desperate even for help. And the system is complex and filled with red tape, and could easily run somebody over if they were to try and take it on their own. And so for me to be able to step in and help people that are in need out is very rewarding. And generally my clients are very appreciative of my work, which is unusual in the legal profession, I think.
A graduate of University of Idaho College of Law, Will was named a 2020 Super Lawyer by Mountain States Magazine. Will also serves on the board of the Lee Pesky Learning Center. Congratulations, William Young.
To complete our celebration this afternoon, we have a special guest with us who would like to share a few words with the honorees.
Hello, you 40 under 40 business stars. Hi. Surprise! It's Deborah Messing from Will and Grace. Wow, Idaho is doing something right, huh? You are being honored because of all of your hard work, and you are the future business stars in our country. It's so nice that there's good things happening in the midst of this pandemic. You are doing great work. You are being honored. I hope you're proud. I hope you're excited for the next chapter. And I'm sending you big love.
Congratulations to this year's Accomplished Under 40 honorees. Our future is in good hands with this impressive group of young leaders. Thanks again to our presenting sponsor, University of Idaho, our virtual event venue sponsor, Boise Center, and our virtual event celebration sponsors, Holly Troxel, Holland & Hart, Idaho National Laboratory, Idaho Power, KeyBank, Red Aspen, St. Alphonsus Health System, Summit Solutions, and Zions Bank. The Idaho Business Review Accomplished Under 40 program is possible because of your incredible support. And I also want to thank all of tonight's guests who interacted with us through social media using the hashtag IBR events. Keep the comments and the photos posting for the rest of the evening and trending in the days ahead, and continue the celebration of our Accomplished Under 40 honorees. I do look forward to the day when we can come together in person. But until that time, thank you for making celebrating excellence a priority in whatever format allows us to be together safely. The Accomplished Under 40 publication will be available in tomorrow's edition of the Idaho Business Review and at idahobusinessreview.com. Nominations are now open for the 2021 Accomplished Under 40 program. So while you're on our website, be sure to nominate a deserving candidate. We invite you to join us for our next virtual awards event, Top Projects, on September 15th. For more information about the Idaho Business Review, our special publications, and webinars and events, please visit our website. Cheers to our Accomplished Under 40 honorees. Congratulations to our winners, and thank you all for being our guest and joining us this afternoon. We will see you at the next IBR virtual event. Have a great evening.